You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hello, welcome. How is everybody? It's Fatjack's Comicrypt presents a claim sale show. A guy who sits here with his buddy and his other buddy selling comic books. That's what we do. It's what we're here for. It's what we're good at. Yeah, we got Mr. McClaim already in the chat. The experience is screwing up. Mr. Lamazov is about. Dave himself is about to show up. Get ourselves a little crew here tonight. So welcome everybody to a very uncreative episode. I got the word from on high that the Divine Comedy of Comics might be a little too much. So I find myself here selling some books. Oh, Mr. Lamazov. It is all right. I'm discombobulated. What's up, Gary? How you doing, buddy? All right, I'm gonna be straight with everybody. Hello, Juan. How are you? None of these comments are showing up in my chat, so that means I gotta do the quintessential refresh. No, Jason. You didn't screw it up. You don't screw up things. No, you don't, man. I heard you had a wonderful date today. You sure didn't screw that up. You know? No. David, it's a pleasure to see you. How are you there, my friend? Just saying hello to Mr. Lamazov, hanging out. Zanin is in the chat. All right. Let's see if my comments have... Okay, there we go. What's up, Mr. Bishop? How is everybody? So again, we don't lie to the people here. So, I am just a wealth of transparency. So we sold a good amount of books. Anyone who checks us out on the Instagram, you're seeing a lot of books missing right now. It was one of those fortunate little moments where, we sold some before we even started the show. One guy one time, he DM'd me. And he was like, I don't understand why you put the books out before the show starts, and then the books sell and stuff. And I was very politely, I was like, sir, I completely understand, but I'm just trying to sell comic books. However and whichever way they sell, I can't really be upset about it, Nobody buys it. I'm just saying, I can't take the chance to be like, no, buddy, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to buy that book because I'm going to hope that it sells tonight on the show. I would be, I'm just, we're just hanging out here, everyone. I guess what I'm getting at by the fact that a lot of those books have already sold. Any early Amazing Spider-Man. I'm sorry, sir, but no. That's a run that we do not have much of. So tonight, most of the stuff we have a bunch of, oh my God, really, all the big keys are gone. They're gone. All right, so let's think about what we have. We got some Batman Adventures. We got some Shazams. We got some Bronze Age Marvel. We got some Dark Horse Star Wars. We got that one guy cleaned out. We had a good run of Brave and the Bold from like the late 60s, early 70s. Guy came in and he was just like, he's like, the people don't need these Brave and the Bolds. I'm gonna take them all. And I was like, no, the people on the show might really want them. And he's like, screw your show. I was like, it ain't my show. And it became a whole thing about semantics, and then we argued, and then he said some really nasty words to me. Well, yeah, the police did come by, and it got weird. But I imagine a good amount of you are aware that these are most likely, this is the first of the last 3 shows. I had really hoped to maybe just kind of hang out, talk to everybody, get to know each other. I've been so busy trying to sell comic books, that we haven't had enough time to really get to know one another. So I'm curious, what does everyone want to be when they grow up? I still want to be a space ninja shaman. I'm still holding out hopes about, I'm saving up for school to learn how to be a ninja, Hey Fred, how you doing? So we got a nice crew in here. Zanin and Gary, Mr. Bishop, John McClain, Fred. Good stuff, everybody. So let's be chill. Let's hang out together. Let's spend some time. I'm still for anyone who is curious. So last Sunday, when that game ended, I obviously drank a little too much, but it's okay because Jason was over, Omar was over, Mike B was there, so we got to commiserate with one another and kind of enjoy each other's company. No, Mr. Bishop, Fatjacks will still be on the experience. It's just this Jo is leaving in a few weeks. So, but don't worry, Fatjacks and the experience, they're like peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and chocolate. That sounds better. Peanut butter and chocolate's much better than peanut butter and jelly. Only 5-year-olds want peanut butter and jelly. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to upset any of those PB&J folks out there. What was I talking about before? Oh yeah, the game. So I've had a week to kind of let it settle in, and even though that night after the game had ended, I hugged Jason and I hugged Omar. We made out a little, but it was like in that commiserating sort of making out, no tongue or anything like that. Just wanted to remind each other that we were still alive, all that kind of stuff. And but as the week has gone on, I have found I am getting angrier and angrier and angrier. So I'm obviously not going to bore everybody with my thoughts on the Super Bowl and the tragic ending of the Eagles season. But for anyone out there who it's still sticking in your craw, don't worry. I'm in the boat with you. The NFL should be ashamed of themselves. The state of that field, that fake holding penalty. Oh man, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Why, a little slippery. That is for sure. I'm allergic to waffles. All right. Oh, peanut butter and waffles. Sometimes whenever I look in the chat and I'm very confused by what somebody said, I realize it's because I have literally no context to what's been talking about. Oh, wait, hold on. I got stuck watching the game next to a homeless man who spit on my food. So, yes, I had a worse time.
Where the hell did you watch the game?
In Brooklyn.
An alley?
Yeah, well, no, he was on the subway. Yeah. No, actually, Gary, inquiring minds want to know, where were you watching the game? Was it outside? Was it in the streets?
I hope it's outside, not his house.
Hey, Gary, is it in that gutter that whenever people whenever people ask me what sometimes people go, what are you going to do with retirement? I go, oh, there's a really nice warm gutter waiting for me. I mean, what are you, retirement?
Bro, it's a great place. I had a lot of fun there.
Oh, Mr. Bishop, socials. Al has no social media. I have no social media because
I'll creep around the chat though.
no, but that's not like Mr. Bishop likes us and would like to, see, Thomas Bishop here is a healthy human being who likes to maintain relationships.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He likes to reach out to people and say hello. I mean, this guy is a wealth of optimism, and he makes you feel loved and appreciated. Well, what I was going to say is he doesn't realize that Al and I have never been doing shtick this entire time, that we are curmudgeons, misanthropes, antisocial losers. Here we go. I was at an Applebee's. Boom, story over.
Yeah, what?
Gary, Applebee's.
I think that's a normal night for somebody spitting on your food at Applebee's. It doesn't have to be a football game for Applebee's being spit on.
No, but I do like the idea that the homeless guy just kind of walked up to Gary's steak, spit on it, and went.
Gary's story is everything.
Yeah.
Screw Applebee's.
But of course, he spits on the steak and goes, "It's my steak now." And Gary's like, "I guess I can't really defend that, you know. Please, sir, take it. Enjoy your Applebee's steak." Hey, Kenneth, how you doing there, buddy? But Mr. Bishop, yeah, I don't have any social. Pretty much the only thing I did social was create the Fatjack's Instagram. I'm gonna find out if Mike and Eric actually care about it and if they want to like keep it going. If not, maybe all that work I put in, maybe I'll just change the name. I made it for Fatjacks. It should be Fatjacks, but who knows? One of my ambitions is I need to get more back into the whole art thing and everything like that. So maybe I'll kind of be, well, not just that, but Jason and we are talking about continuing the Whiskey and Weirdos brand, so at some point we might have to do that as well. But again, if as in the next couple weeks, as we get near the end of my time here, not of Fatjack's with the experience and everything like that, maybe by that point we'll have a better idea. For anybody who actually does find this interesting and enjoys our inane ramblings, so here, let's check in here. Let's see. We got okay. It's a spec script for the bear. Does everyone like the bear?
It's all right.
Do you like the bear?
It's all right.
Okay.
Little.
Okay. All right. I know everyone is going to miss all of those wonderful insights by Jason. I mean, you can barely hear them, but when you do hear them, the first comment most people make is, "What am I doing here?" Anyway. All right. So let us not forget, we are actually here to sell comic books. So let me try to find that balance, something I've never really been able to achieve. But let's find balance, right, Jason? We're gonna do balance. No, Jason's yawning already. Jason is yawning already. Great, wonderful. If I can't entertain you, then what are we doing here? All right, so let us talk about a little overview real quick about what we have up here right now and what we will try to get to for the rest of the show. First of all, for anyone who's never watched this before, we are technically a claim sale show. So if you're interested in anything up here, claim it in the chat. Be as specific as possible in case there are multiple issues of one book, things of that nature. Fred, I don't know how to reply to that, Fred, because I know a few people who would argue it's not. But hey, as long as Mike still goes, well, at least he sold a couple books. Like, it can't be that big of a deal, right? He's not that big of a complete, disaster. Mr. Eskridge is here. Cool. All right. We're getting a little crew here together tonight. Welcome to everybody. So I guess let me do the business real fast. Claim sales show, claim it in the chat. Be as specific as possible. If you are here local to our Philly shop, any of the books will be behind the register under your name. If you are closer to our Jersey shop, we will obviously send those books over there for you to pick up. If you need us to ship, the best way to do that is through our email, fjccshow@gmail.com. Then you can talk to Henry, ask him questions about life, the universe, and all the other fun things. I'm trying to think. If anyone has any questions about shipping, let me know. I will try to answer as best I can. Hello, David from San Diego. Happy Sunday to you as well. Pleasure. It's fun having everybody. Sometimes I think it was better when there was only 3 people that watched. I felt I had less to. Well, no, like the more people show up, the more I suddenly feel that,
I know who you are.
no, I don't want to fail anybody. I just feel the pressure. All right, wait, hold on. We are going to answer questions. That is one thing that we are going to do. So, quick question: who do I talk to about my last shipment? What day should I call? I guess, Mike, when do you think Gary should call about his last shipment?
He could call the store, after 10 tomorrow.
After 10 tomorrow? Gary, after 10 o'clock tomorrow, call the shop, and someone will be here to help you. We got a holla at you boy from upstate New York. Holla! Who's this? James Patrick Jr. All right, cool. Adventures into Fear and Man-Thing book info. There we go. Fred just pulling us back. All right, Fred, here we are. So first up, we have Man-Thing number 1. Here we go. Let's take a look. That is a Frank Brunner cover, right? That's Frank Brunner? Yeah, it's definitely Brunner. But I think Val Samaric was doing the book by this point, I believe. Anyway, this is the very first issue of Man-Thing's very first series. So we've definitely talked about this on the show before, so I'm not going to belabor it too much, but let me just throw this out there. Man-Thing's very first appearance was in the black and white magazine Savage Tales number 1. That was out of continuity. So this is Man-Thing number 1. It is his first solo series, the first issue of that series. Some people who don't have a Savage Tales number 1 have now decided that they want everyone to believe that Man-Thing number 1 is his first appearance. It is not. It is his first appearance in Marvel continuity. That is actually, I don't even think that is true, because he was showing up in Fear prior to the. Oh man, speculators, you got to get your facts straight. Look at me. I'm saying wrong words. Hey, Shayna, what's up? Look. Oh, Shayna, we have a lady in the chat. We get a couple of them now and again. So I don't know what the hell that means. What was that thing I said at the game where I turned to ask the girl about what school she went to, and I said no offense, and everyone laughed at me? You don't even remember, do you?
No offense, is it Temple? Did you go Temple or Drexel?
No, she went to Penn.
Oh yeah, you said
it doesn't matter. No one.
Did you go to a certain school? And she was like, "No, I didn't go to that school. Oh, thank God you didn't go there."
Okay, wait, hold on. Gary's. I'm sorry, Mr. Patrick. I apologize. I was talking about the Man-Thing number 1 and didn't say the most important thing. It is a mid-grade at 140. All right. So Man-Thing number 1. It is a fine grade at $140. And then the Adventure into Fear. I will get to your question in 1 second, Gary, but I just wanted to show that off because this is an important book to me. Also, Steve Gerber. This is Adventure into Fear. Technically, it's just Fear, but Adventure into Fear with the Man-Thing. This is issue number 19. Does anyone know why Fear number 19 is a big Bronze Age key? I'll give you a hint. Howard the Duck. There. Let's see if you can figure it out now. Anyway. Oh, it was? I'm not very good at this. I should have been the Jeopardy host. Anyway, Adventure into Fear, Fear number 19, is the first appearance of one of the greatest characters to ever grace a comic book, Howard the Duck, the anthropomorphic stand-in for the writer Steve Gerber. So for anyone who's not aware, Steve Gerber, that Howard the Duck is his creation, and he really kind of the character stood in for Gerber and his feelings about society and culture and America and the comic book industry and all that kind of stuff. So this is Fear number 19 is a fine plus at $80. So again, we have Man-Thing number 1, that is a fine at $140, and then we have Fear number 19, first appearance of Howard the Duck, a fine plus at $80. And so let's check in with Gary here. Do they delineate between first color appearance and first black and white appearance? Okay.
No. Who knows?
Sometimes.
It depends.
No. This is real. if you go to like Key Collector or Go Collect, they will say first appearance in color, or they'll say first appearance in Marvel continuity, or first appearance in DC. Okay, so this is a great example and a great lead-in. Wow, I'm almost not good at this. Wait, hold on. Okay, sleep apnea. No, sleep apnea, I imagine, is definitely a bitch. Do you have sleep apnea? Do you really?
A little bit.
Do you have like the machine?
No, not that bad.
All right.
Not that bad.
Because sleep apnea machines look like Baron Harkonnen's, like little like weird, you know.
You sleep like Darth Vader.
I do like his joke though. I go into the adventure into fear every time I go to sleep. Or it's when well, no, we got to have some gallows humor here, okay?
It's horrifying.
Hey, man, we all have to remember that one day none of us will be around. So we got to be grateful and appreciate every moment that we have, okay? Especially together. So anyway, so what I was talking about in terms of a great segue, there are a lot of characters that DC now owns where, technically speaking, their first appearance occurred at a different publisher. And so sometimes you will have a key that is referred to as first appearance in DC Comics. And a great example of that is one that we have right here. This is Shazam number 28. And that is the first appearance of Black Adam in DC Comics. So Black Adam obviously first appeared in old Fawcett comics, you know, Captain Marvel, Marvel Family stuff. So when this book became very popular and went up in value, you had to acknowledge it is technically not Black Adam's first appearance in comic books, but it is the first appearance of Black Adam in DC continuity. This is also a VG at $60. And Jason, don't worry, my friend. There you go. A sweet, sweet little Howard the Duck first appearance is going to a good home. So bear with me one moment as I mark this down, make sure. Yes, I've seen your comic book room. You know, people were jealous of it. They were like, why can't I have a comic book room like Jason? And I go, have a good job and no family. And no wife, no kids, and a good job. Trust me, you'll have the greatest comic book room of all time, you know. All right, so there we go, Jason. That's for you. All right, we're checking in here. Let's see what's everyone going on. These streams are just pure fire of back issues. Thank you, David. And I can't tolerate the crap mask machine. Oh my God, there's no backup battery for the sleep apnea machines. Oh man, Gary, yes. Jason's comic book room is banana scented. It's also mixed with coconut and watermelon. Every time you step in there, you feel like you're down at Wildwood, North Wildwood. Yes. Yeah. It's a lot of gross mixed smells of fruity pina coladas and bodily sense is the truth. That's for sure. All right. Oh, by the way, I gotta get my phone out.
Why didn't you tell me this? Tell everybody in the world. I didn't know.
Jason, you're loved. All right. So speaking of Shazam, just while we're on the topic, this is Shazam issue number 25. That is a VG grade at $20, and it is the first appearance of Isis. So there you go. For anyone. Really? That's where you had to go with that? You know, we couldn't just let that one go?
No.
Jason. Jason. It's okay, Jason. Gary thinks that your comic book room sounds lovely. Yeah. Does anyone want to know where his address is? If you want to check out his comic book room for yourself, hold on a second, and I'll tweet out his work schedule.
Nope. I mean, you can try. It's not going to work out well.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. We got a Willy Wonka scented. That is good. Okay, yeah. So Mr. Bishop, Marvel Team Up 141. All right, so we were very fortunate. I want to throw it out there to the awesome gentleman. I don't want to make your business public, but I want to thank you once again for having these 3 graded books. We greatly appreciate it here at the Comicrypt. And so let us talk about our first one, which is Marvel Team Up 141. Starring Spider-Man and Daredevil, with a little guest appearance of Black Widow. Who did the cover for this? Was this Mignola and Terry Austin? Wait, this is Mike Mignola? Wow. He had such an interesting... Anyway, sorry, I digress. Anyway, this is graded. It's slabbed. It's a 9.4. It is... All right, this is where we're going to get into the weeds again. All right, so technically speaking, Marvel Secret Wars number 8 is the first appearance of the symbiote. For the longest time, I thought it was the first appearance of the black costume. But instead, we get Amazing Spider-Man 250? 240? Sure? No, it's definitely in the 200s, the mid 200s. It absolutely is, without a doubt. I love you're like, you may be right. No, I'm right. Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
252. Thank you, Mike. All right, I knew it was in that range. All right, so you get 2 books that came out, I believe, the same week or around each other. That are Mr. McClain, I got you, buddy. So they are considered the first appearance of black costume Spider-Man. Obviously, the Amazing Spider-Man 252, which is the one that we just mentioned. And the second one is this bad boy right here, Marvel Team Up 141, right? That's the correct number? Yeah, Marvel Team Up 141 from May 1984. Ties. Oh, Mike, I should have just read the note. It says 252. So it ties in with the Amazing Spider-Man 252 for first appearance of the black costume. This graded copy that we have here is a 9.4, and we're selling it tonight for $250, not $2.50. Come on, get your head out of the gutters, people. $250. So if anyone's interested or has any questions, let us know, and we will talk more about that one right there.
Brendon, I have an interesting story about that Spider-Man book.
Go for it.
My grandfather collected Spider-Man from Amazing Fantasy on. And he sorted his books by the Wednesday he bought them, or the day he bought them. So all of his long boxes were chronological. So when the debate started coming up about this book or the Secret Wars, my grandpa was like, let me go look in the box. He's like, they came out the same damn day. It's
That's
better
so
than
funny.
A calendar, I swear to God.
See, because again, it brings us back to the whole argument over the first appearance of Gambit. The annual technically came out before the issue that is referred to as his first appearance. I mean, so if somebody was like, well, no, the first time this character ever appeared in public is this book, right? And everyone's like, nah, it's this one that came out a month after the other one. See, I like, it was your grandfather, you said, who did this? Well, anyway, because I like that idea of having it all in like chronological order by when you bought it or when it came out. It's kind of like the book and the movie High Fidelity, when he decided to take his entire record collection and organize it based upon when he purchased it. Not when it came out or anything like that, but when he bought it. That's called autobiographical ordering, you know. All right, so let me just check in, make sure everything's okay. All right, we're good. All right, so let us move on to some. Okay, yeah, so Marvel Team Up 141, that's a 9.4 for $250. Jason, would you do me a favor? Could you grab we'll talk about the slab books real quick because, so just pull them down real fast. Speaking of Gambit, here he is on the cover. Yay! No, I don't care. So this is X-Men number 4. Now this is not a CGC. I know some people are they're very what's the word I want to say? Zanin, you store chronological order. All right, cool. Yeah, Gary. See, good. Smart. I'm just bumbling my words right now. Okay, let me get back to this. All right, so this is X-Men number 4. It is an 8.5 direct edition. X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red. White pages, all that kind of stuff. This 8.4 or 8.5, excuse me, is a $50 book. Jason, would you mind taking that? And we also have here a beautiful slabbed 9.6, a 9.6 of Thor 337, the first appearance. Okay, not only the first appearance of Beta Ray Bill and the first appearance of Stormbringer and the first appearance of Scuttlebutt, the best name for a ship, but it is the first issue that started one of the best 80s Marvel runs in comic book history, Walt Simonson's Thor. Again, for anyone who has never had the joy of reading one of the best Thor runs of all time, I cannot recommend Walt Simonson's Thor enough, which is funny when you think about how famous that run is. So the moment I'm recommending it to people, I realize that's like me recommending the Beatles. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, hey, have you ever heard of the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? You should really check them out. They're a really unknown, underappreciated band. Anyway, this 9.6 first appearance of Beta Ray Bill is $200. All right, Jason. Thank you very much, Jason. I appreciate your help. Here we go. Gambit sucks. Sorry, not sorry. Shayna, thank you. Because when people... Well, okay, how about this? Chat. No, let's we've probably talked about this before on a previous show, but let's just talk about it again because maybe we got a couple new people in the chat. Think about, is that what you're going to be doing on Whiskey and Weirdos the whole time? Oh, got it. Gary, you know Jason very well and his sense of humor. I'm actually shocked he didn't say that. But for chat, I'm just curious. Is there a popular comic book character? Mr. Bishop, you got it, buddy. Is there a popular comic book character that it feels like everybody loves except you? Because Gambit is definitely mine. I mean, again.
Gambit's up there. Gambit's very high up there.
I mean, people...
Why do people like him so much?
Well, the cartoon. The cartoon.
Yeah, even the cartoon, I thought he was a bit of a jerk. Nightcrawler? I don't like Nightcrawler.
Ew, you don't like Nightcrawler? Who doesn't like Nightcrawler?
Okay, there we go. There's a perfect example. Yes, I don't like Nightcrawler. Thank you for approving my hatred of him.
Mr. McClaim, hold up one second. I gotta write your name down to make sure you got your first appearance of ISIS over here. Mr. John McClaim, the best name ever. All right. There we go. Sure. We got everybody. Cuckoo. All right. So next up, let me yeah, Gary, Jason doesn't like Nightcrawler. I mean, what a lunatic. That's like not liking Cyclops, the greatest X-Men of all time.
The cartoon version I do not like Cyclops.
Oh, Deadpool. Okay. All right. Wait, Mr. Chamberlain, yes, 200 for the slabbed Thor 337 9.6. That is a correct price. Kyle, I'm indifferent when it comes to Deadpool, but I can completely understand. Real quick, Zanin, Simonson's Thor, published by IDW, was that Ragnarok? Was that like sort of like his secret Thor sequel, but he just couldn't use sexy surfing Thor? You know, all right, just checking out. Sorry, everybody. I'm just every now and again I gotta stop and take a look at what's going on in the chat. Oh, Mr. Chamberlain. All right, buddy. Jason, would you mind passing me that Thor? It is going to our boy Fred. Yes, Fred Chamberlain is the Beatles of Marvel. You're right. And you're Brian Jones. You weren't even in the Beatles.
Oh.
All right. Sorry, everybody. Just want to make sure we got all our notes here correct. All right. All right. So Ragnarok. So Zanin, tell us, like, was it actually like, did it feel like it picked up certain story elements from Simonson's Thor that he was able to like kind of get away with? I'd be curious because because now that you say that, I kind of feel annoyed that I didn't read it. Like I missed out on something cool or something like that. I mean, whatever. Good stuff. All right, let me just make sure. Gary, I do not understand, or otherwise care about The Flash. All right. Shayna doesn't like the Beatles. Mr. Burrows, how you doing there, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. So which Shazam is that? I imagine you're talking about the one that is up here right now. This is Shazam issue number 28. That is a VG at $60. And the reason why it has a lot of value, high grade copies of this book go for, what is it, like a $700 book right now? It is the first appearance of Black Adam in DC Comics. All right, just to be clear. Mike, actually, good question. Do you recall Black Adam's first appearance in the old Fawcett? No? Okay. Hey, chat, I'm curious. Does anyone know what Black Adam's first appearance, what issue his first appearance was prior to DC buying out Fawcett Comics?
Like Shazam Golden Age before Shazam. It's like Captain Marvel.
It goes, Mr. Burrows. It goes. All right. So it was Simonson's unofficial epilogue to Thor. Okay. And Fred feels that Ragnarok was decent at first, but lost him after a while. All right. Ooh, okay, Mr. Burrows. See, there's always that one person in the chat who really reels me in. Since the loss of Al, I definitely, I'm like, Will.
Don't say the loss of Al.
No. I mean, the loss of Alf on the show, I sometimes feel like Wilson, the volleyball, just sort of floating off into the ocean, forgetting what I'm doing here in the first place. So Mr. Burrows is always good at pulling me back in to remind me that we sell comic books here. We don't just listen to me talk to my friend. So the Defenders issue that is up here is, now again, not in the best condition, which is why it's a decent value. Like it's an affordable value. But this is yes, David.
First appearance for Black Adam. Debut with issue Fawcett Comics, Marvel Family, 1945 December.
What issue number was it? Marvel. So is Marvel Family the book? But do we?
Comics, Marvel Family, debut issue.
Oh, it's the Marvel Family number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one we have the facsimile edition for, right? Isn't that this one? Yeah, Marvel Family Comics number 1. So everybody first appears in this issue. Oh, that's cool. All right, there we go. That is the facsimile edition of yeah. All right. So there we go. Mr. Eskridge, Preston, I apologize, man. I didn't notice you had already written the answer. Good thing we're not doing a game show because people would be quite mad at me where I'm like, oh, you got the right answer. And they're like, yo, idiot, I answered it like 5 minutes ago. You just never noticed. Anyway, back to comic books. All right, so this is Defenders issue number, is this 18? 18. Oh my God, I got it right. So that's Defenders number 18. It is all right, so it's like a good VG, okay? It's complete. Nothing's missing. There's no water damage. It's very yellowed. It's well loved. It's part of this collection that is a well loved collection. But even despite its low grade condition, it's still a $16 book because it is the first appearance of one of the best Marvel villain teams of all time. Dave Proch, if you're out there, buddy, you get a tickle in your brain when I say the name. You got it. The first appearance of the Wrecking Crew. All right. Love that crew. Obviously not the first appearance of the Wrecker. Please don't at me. But it is the first appearance of Thunderball, Pile Driver, Thunderball, Pile Driver, and who's the third guy? For a team I really like, I've already forgotten all their names. Bulldozer, of course. Sounds like a Constructicon. And Mr. Burroughs is taking Defenders. All right, man. That's a nice little Bronze Age Marvel key for you. Bulldozer, and Mr. Burroughs got it. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me just mark down Mr. Burroughs' name here. So I am up to date on everybody we got.
Get it? They're all construction names. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
No. What are we talking about? Well, I've already moved on. Way to bring us down, Jason. Always trying to make jokes. Who makes jokes? Who comes here for comedy? Yeah. They came in like a wrecking crew. Now that was funny.
Oh, what the hell, man?
Now that was funny. Shayna.
No.
Good job, Shayna. That was a good one.
Unacceptable.
All right, real quick, we got a couple of minutes before our first break, so let us talk about this front row real quick. If anyone's interested, we are going to get to some more Batman Adventures. They're all a little bit more affordable and stuff like that. But for anyone who's not aware of, so in the mid-90s, around the time that the Batman animated series was going on, DC obviously created the Batman Adventures comic book as an in-continuity tie-in to the series, written by Kelly Puckett. Mike Parabeck's art was excellent. Ty Templeton, who worked on the show, he did a couple issues, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, as many of you probably already know, Batman Adventures number 12 was the first appearance of Harley Quinn, which would obviously become a very huge modern key. Now, they were all pretty good. Every issue is a standalone issue. It feels like an episode of the cartoon. But we got a couple other issues in that run that have a teeny bit of value. These are two of them. Now, this one is not in the best condition. This is a low-grade copy, which is why it's only $8 and not the more normal $50, $60 that it usually runs. And if you're curious why it has value, it is because it is the second appearance of Harley Quinn. So it is an $8 book as a low grade, but it is the second appearance of HQ herself. Also, another big one, this was prior to him showing up on the show, and it's also prior to him getting his own animated series cartoon in the 90s. We get Batman Adventures number 25 with the team up of the world's finest duo, Batman and Superman. Now, this copy is a fine, very fine. It's like it falls into that.
It gets points typing off for the Superman's mullet.
Hey, man. It was the 90s. Superman was trying to bring the mullet back. Hey, if you come...
Did you just check the back of your head? Was that what that was? Did you just check?
Mike's looking at you. He has no idea what you're talking about. He's like, what are you talking about? Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So Batman Adventures number 25. That's a fine, very fine at $8. All right. So real quick, before we get to our break, let me just check the chat real fast. We got some Beatles fighting going on. Boom, boom, boom. So, okay. It looks like... All right, so it looks like we are caught up with the chat. So with that said, we are going to take our first break. And when we come back, we will talk a little bit more about the stuff that we already have up here. And then we will start pulling out more books. So come for the comics. Stay for the self-indulgent madness.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with two comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
What's up? It's the word man, Gary Lime. That's Dave Proch. You're checking out Fatjack's Comicrypt on the Experience now.
Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? All right. I just wanted to. Dave grabbed himself a book, so I just want to make sure I got that marked down. Perfect. All right, Dave. Good stuff, buddy. All right. So here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, wait. Hold on. Mr. Bishop, when you say second Harley, were you claiming it? Oh, you were claiming it. Okay, so Mr. McClaim, Mr. Bishop, he grabbed the second Harley. So do you want the Batman Superman one? So let me know. But Mr. Bishop, I got you. Technically what?
They're both Batman Adventures, right?
Yeah, they're both Batman Adventures. But Mr. Bishop, he claimed the Harley. I just wasn't sure. So wait, you claim both?
All right, John McClain, he beat you claiming the second Harley by about 10 seconds.
Okay, so that is legit?
And yeah, Thomas
Okay.
Bishop's on Facebook, so John, you can't see those claims.
Okay. All right, so in terms of first priority, Mr. McClain did get in first?
No, Thomas Bishop got in first on the second Harley.
Okay. And then John McClain. Okay, all right. So that's
claim the other one.
all right. So Mr. McClain, Mr. Bishop did get the second Harley, 10 seconds or so. So confusing. So many different platforms, So Mr. McClain, do you still want this one? Or was it predicated on getting both of them? Let me know. And so I'm going to put this aside for right now. But if you change your mind, give me a heads up. All right. So Mr. McClain. All right, cool. So we're all good. That doesn't happen as often as there were some times, man. We had some bad, where 5 people would claim it all at the same time, and then they would start arguing over who got it first. And
Couple battles I was involved in.
You definitely were. And was that around the time you created 10 different personas to try to?
Never did that. Never did that.
All right. Fun. Okay, so moving on. All right, we've talked about our Man Thing, so we got that. So we got our first Black Adam, our Man Thing. We have the very first issue of Howard the Duck by Steve Gerber and Frank Brunner. That is a VG Plus at $20. Probably the greatest satirical comic book in comic history. And then these two are fun. So first up, we have Howard the Duck number 12, the first cameo appearance of Kiss. That's right, the band Kiss. Now, this is a low-grade copy that falls into that good VG range, which is why it's only $6. But again, if you are a big Kiss aficionado or whatever I'm not good at words. There it is. It's the first cameo appearance. But don't worry, because we have here a VG minus graded copy of number 13, the first full appearance of the band Kiss. That's right, folks. Yep. Does anyone want to argue about Kiss in the chat? Anyone? No? Anyway, this copy of Howard the Duck number 13, VG minus, first appearance of Kiss, that is an $8 book.
You mean Kiss sold their rights to a comic book?
Do you mean Kiss was, Gene Simmons was never found a product he couldn't?
Something he couldn't.
You mean you guys don't remember the blood that was poured into the ink?
Yes. Yep. That class of thing, or Kiss condoms, Kiss coffins, Kiss rocket ship. You know.
If it sells, I guess, you know.
There's a great quote.
What was the quote?
There's a great quote, and I can't remember the band they attributed it to, but I'm just going to choose like Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
And the quote is that Led Zeppelin wanted to be the greatest rock band ever. Kiss wanted to be Coca-Cola.
Okay. I mean, it's true.
Because they slap their name on anything and sell it, just like Coca-Cola.
Yo, Gary, real quick, Kyle, I'm so sorry. Did everyone read Gary's comment? Best thing about Kiss and comics is that you can't hear their music in the
Yeah, but you can't get whatever blood disease Gene Simmons had.
Oh man, who was it? Was it not Mark Grunwald? Who was the writer of the original Squadron Supreme? Where after he died, in his will, he was cremated, and they put out a collection of the original Squadron Supreme series where they mixed his Grunwald. It was Mark Grunwald. Thank you, Fred. They mixed his ashes into the ink for the first printing. All right, Mr. Campbell, how you doing there? I will talk to you about the Frankensteins. Absolutely. All right, so here we go. First up. All right, so actually, Jason, would you do me a favor, since we're just on the subject? In one of those boxes is almost a complete run of the Frankenstein monster. So let's pull those out. Issue number 1 and issue number 2. Take care, Matt 268.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt for the super chat.
All right, cool. That was just such a strange. I've never seen what is it? What? Jason. You're crazy. All right, real quick. So I'm pretty sure we've already sold issue 1, 2, and 3 of the Frankenstein monster. But these 3 are 3 of the next big keys of that run. First up is issue number 8. That is a mid-grade copy at $20. And that is when Frankenstein and Dracula meet up for the first time. When I say first time, obviously I'm talking about first time in Marvel continuity. And then issue number 9, this is also a mid-grade copy at $20. That is, so they first meet up in issue 8, and then issue 9 is where they first fight, and then they hug and kiss and make up. So, actually, all joking aside, I'm pretty sure in this issue number 9, was the death of Dracula for a time being. So there you go. So both issue 8 and issue 9 are both mid-grade copies at $20. Another big key, relatively speaking, of the Frankenstein Monster series was issue number 18. This was the final issue of this series. It is a mid-grade at $13. And the big one about this is that cover there is inked by Bernie Wrightson. So obviously, anytime you hear Bernie Wrightson and Frankenstein in the same sentence, it's worth taking notice. All right. Let me just check real quick so then we can talk more about the other Frankenstein signs I have here. Gary. That's so fun. Good stuff. All right, looks like I'm caught up. So let's talk about some more of these Frankensteins here. Monster Mash. You guys are too cute. Okay. Brian Campbell, you are grabbing these 3. So bear with me one moment as I mark this down. If this is the first time you're shopping with us, if you are here in the Philadelphia area, you can pick the books up here in our Center City shop or over in our Jersey shop in Oakland. But if you need these books to be shipped to you, hit us up on our email, fjccshow@gmail.com, and Henry and Mike or whoever will take care of it from there. But let me make sure that I have your name down. Yeah, because we need to get, all that information and stuff. I don't want to give away anybody's, information here in the chat. Who knows what kind of Russian sex bots are going to show up and, dox us all. All right. So was it Brian Campbell? Not Bruce. Brian Campbell. Cool. I got you, bud. Here we go. Is there a Bruce Campbell?
No, who the hell's that?
I hear he's a comic book writer.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right. Something about movies?
So real quick, excuse me when I use the term burn through things. It is not demeaning of the comic books themselves. It's just sometimes there's only so much things I could talk about without, getting lost in the, the weeds. Oh, in Canada. All right. Well, all right. Yeah. So email us and they'll figure it out on the back end. I'm the face for at least a couple weeks. And they'll figure out all the shipping and they'll work it out and shipping costs and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully everything works out. I'm sorry, Shayna, we are not open on Mondays. So we'll be open again on Tuesday to Sunday. Yes, Bruce Campbell writes war comics, especially war comics with the undead. For anyone who's been picking up the Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. Was that what the actual title is? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. But all right, real quick, let me talk about the rest of the monster of Frankenstein that we have here. So, boom. Oh, John Buscema at one point shows up doing this book. So this was actually a fun series for like Bronze Age Marvel. So this is issue number 4. That is a mid-grade at $12. And then we have issue number 5. This is a fine minus at $10. And then we have issue number 6. Now, this is a VG fine. It kind of falls into that low grade, mid grade kind of area. It looks like Frankenstein is fighting a spider and a conquistador. I don't know what is happening on this cover. But that issue is $8. Here we go. Next up is issue number 7, The Fiend and the Fury. This is a mid-grade copy at $10. And then we have issue number 10. He's alive and nothing can stop him. I don't know. I mean, like, people set him on fire. That kind of stopped him. But boom, this is like a fine, very fine copy of number 10. This is $15. All right. And then we have issue number 11, Carnage at Castle Frankenstein. This guy wants Frankenstein's body. Frankenstein's body is so hot and sexy that this guy's like, mine's all misshapen and grotesque. I want your hot body. Hey, man. Hey. Frankenstein's ripped. Okay, he's got the ultimate dad bod. All right, the ultimate dad bod. Yeah. Anyway, this is issue number 11. That is a fine minus at $8. There we go. And then we move on to issue number 12, Frozen in Ice for half a century. He comes alive today. This is a fine plus at $12. There we go. And we now have issue number 13, where he fights an airplane. That's right. For anyone who lost their luggage on a flight or what have you, don't worry. The hero Frankenstein will run amok and prove to Delta and Southwest Airlines and Spirit, to do a better job. Oh, I don't know. They were the only ones that came to my mind.
Southwest Spirit and Frontier words.
Anyway, Frankenstein number 13. It is a mid-grade at $10. There we go. And then we also have issue number 14. This is a mid-grade at $10. Issue 15, where he fights a bunch of man boars. It's the man board. Boars, not Borg. Yeah. Mr. Campbell, see? Well, don't worry. You have a hero in Frankenstein. The next time that an airline loses your luggage, you get the Frankenstein signal on, and he'll show up and run amok. Yeah. Anyway.
So bad.
Yeah. All right. Issue number 15 is a mid-grade at $10. And the final two issues that we have here is Frankenstein fights a bunch of James Bond villains in the Alps. This is issue number 16. It is a mid-grade at $10. And then we have issue number 17. Because you demanded it, the monster speaks, but his first words may also be his last. You know what's funny? I kind of miss the amount of like text on old comic books. You know, it had a real Carnival Barker kind of vibe to it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, what else does it say here?
It said nothing about anything.
Oh, no. Yeah, of course. You were lucky
The
if...
cover was totally separate.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were lucky if the cover had anything to do with the story. Mind-boggling mayhem as Man-Brute battles Berserker in the twisted towers of Castle Frankenstein. He does his taxes.
He's sitting down for calculus.
He's having real difficulty dealing with that one...
Our returns are horrible this week. Ah!
At least you make me laugh. Issue number 17, mid-grade, $10.
Tax season, everybody, just so you remember.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, real quick, let me just check in with the chat real fast, make sure I didn't miss anything. You know, if it was Man-Thing, I'd want Frankenstein's body. That's good. Good one, Preston. I think we're all good. Everyone's making good jokes. Yep, stewardess dress. Yep, lots of good jokes. Little leg, traumatic text. Bela Lugosi as Igor had his brain placed into the monster's body. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Campbell. All right, so you're taking all the Frankensteins. Cool beans, man. So let me.
He's related to Bruce Campbell buying all those.
Maybe he is. He's Bruce Campbell's younger, cooler, hotter brother. You know, and he wants the Frankenstein. All right, so let me get all these together for you, Mr. Campbell.
I hate to be this guy, but it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Kyle, say something.
What was that, Kyle?
I hate to be this guy, but it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Jason, what did Kyle say?
Coke machine?
I'll just take my Mel Brooks jokes other places.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Sticking in the Marvel horror for a moment, we have another key that is starting to go up in value, primarily because most of his earliest appearances are, let's call it, pricey. Now, again, this is also what I'm talking about the weird semantics of the speculation market and the secondary market, because we now have a new term called the first appearance of a character outside of a title that the character primarily shows up in.
That's too much. I don't care.
Well, so let me show you an example of that. Here we have Adventure into Fear, or really referred to as Fear issue number 24. Okay, there's Morbius. And does everyone else notice who that other cool-looking character is?
Shazam.
That's right. It's Buffy's weird cousin. No. It is Blade. It's Blade. Hey. All right.
50-50 shot.
Anyway, Fear number 24, the man called Morbius, the living vampire, fights Blade. But okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So up until this issue, Blade had only appeared in Tomb of Dracula. Okay. So this is the first time that Blade appears outside of the title that he appeared in the most. So either way, when you look at it, this is an early Blade appearance. It's an early Bronze Age Marvel book. Blade is obviously a popular character, but he's going to be even more popular because he fights Jared Leto. That is correct. I really wish Wesley Snipes would beat up Jared Leto. That would make me very happy. Everyone's heard, most people have heard my interaction with Jared Leto in Hollywood, and let me tell you, if Wesley Snipes like swooped out from the alleyway and kicked his ass, I would have been a happy man. Anyway, this Fear number 24 is a mid-grade copy at $40.
Tax tie-in. Good job. Do your taxes.
Good point, Jason. Good point. All right. So, best actor in a comedic or musical series. Is Jared Leto? No. All right. So next up. Okay. A favorite character of mine that no one seems to care about, but it's okay because I found his first issue and first appearance, and of course, as long as I have this platform, I'm going to show off things that I like, and one of them is from one of the greatest comic book weirdos of all time, Steve Ditko. One of his F.U. Stan Lee, I can create my own characters. This is Shade the Changing Man, number 1. That is a fine minus copy. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, Mr. Campbell. Nice add-on copy. If I ever to sell it, I'll claim it. So are we talking about Fear number 24? I just need a little context, but I'm going to assume that's what we're talking about. So just give me some context and I'll grab it for you. Until we do that, this is Shade the Changing Man, number 1, written and illustrated by Steve Ditko. It is a fine minus copy at $10. A wonderful Bronze Age character who would end up being in one of the best early Vertigo series. All right, Mr. Campbell, I figured that that's what you were talking about, but no assumptions here because you know what the joke is, I guess. So there it is. Boom, boom, boom. We got it. All right. So that's going Mr. Campbell over here. There we are. Okay. All right. 5:45. That's our next break, right? 5:45. Isn't that how it works? Okay. I've been doing this for a while now, and I still can't remember our breaks. Fred, thank you. Peter Milligan's best work is Shade the Changing Man, and nice follow-up or companion piece to that book. Did anyone ever read the Peter Milligan Duncan Fegredo 8-issue miniseries, Enigma? That was an excellent book, and the fact, like all of Milligan Shade the Changing Man, it is out of print. I don't even know if you can get it digital. But it was a very progressive book at the time, dealing with a lot of like sexuality, and it was pretty meta in regards to comic books and comic books sort of allegory towards sexuality. Just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful series. Talk to me about the Batman and Metal Men comic. All right, Mr. Preston, where are we? Oh, there we are. So we are now in the Brave and the Bold section of the show. So let's show off that issue right there. Excuse me as I pull it back for a moment because it is issue 113. So we are in the phase of Brave and the Bold where they started doing the 100-page giants. So this is one of them. Now, one of the problems with the 100-page giants is because they were so big and they were so, thick and stuff like that, and the way that they were stapled, these bad boys get beat up really bad. Did you ever run into that with the 100-page giants? The way that sometimes the staples will like pop through the front cover, and just they're tough to find high grade copies of. That's for sure. But this issue, Brave and the Bold 113, Batman and the Metal Men. Also, here we go. We got Batman and the Metal Men. We got Hawkman. We got the Viking Prince, the Green Arrow. Plus, Multi-Man meets Challengers on the Unknown, and you get extras, including meet more Batman teammates and puzzle pages. Because if there's one thing I know about comic book fans, they love to write all over their comic books. Yeah. Sure. It's probably the book that you can like take it apart. Yeah, put it back together like a puzzle. This is a VG fine at $13. All right. So boom. So, let's stick with a few more Brave and the Bolds here. So this here is issue number 92. Warning: Strangler on the noose. Next victim feared.
Does it say Strangler on the noose?
Yeah.
Loose.
But why would you put up a poster that says "next victim feared"? Of course, we're all fearful of the next victim. Like, do you need to warn people that there might be a next victim?
No.
Isn't that the whole point? All right, Mr. Eskridge.
The writer's saying we fear that their next victim is going to happen, so we're fearing that there's going to be another.
I don't know. I don't like it.
If I may.
Go for it, Dave.
Sometimes you have one of these creative, brave terrorists.
Right.
They'll send a list of 5 people they want for their future suspects, future victims. So you get somebody who says, we think the next victim is number 4 on the list.
All right. Well, I can't wait to be the next victim feared. Wait, do they fear me because I'm the victim?
No,
The writer is saying the next victim fear.
Thanks, guys. It's all shtick. It's
Yeah.
It's just shtick. All right.
Now
All
you're
right.
killing me.
Hey, if I have to hear one more, what is that? Yeah. All right. Let me real quick. Strangler on the noose. Shayna, here you are, crushing it. Next victim feared. Fearing the crimes will continue and there will be another victim. Common UK usage. Gary, they don't call you the word man for nothing. That's for sure. Yeah.
Gary, try to explain it to him. He wouldn't take it. He wouldn't take it.
Oh, it was Mr. Campbell. It was a pleasure. You have a wonderful day. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime. Thank you very much. Again, hit us up on the email and we'll be in contact. We'll figure out how to get those books to you. Why would one be afraid of the victim? Oh, there's a good joke there. I just don't know if I can. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop it. I'm not even gonna get into it. Instead, what I'm gonna get into is one more Brave and the Bold. Boom. So this is not a Neil Adams cover, I do not believe. But here we have Brave and the Bold, issue number 98. This is in a very early Phantom Stranger appearance after he had gotten his cool new outfit. This is Mansion of the Misbegotten, plus the Killer Shadow, and the one challenger must die. Now come forth and kill the Godfather. Oh, it's a movie tie-in. This makes so much more sense. I was like, why is Al Pacino on the cover? Oh, yeah, Fredo. Fredo's right there behind the Phantom Stranger, floating on that boat.
Oh, you like a brother.
Anyway, this copy of Brave and the Bold, number 98, early Phantom Stranger appearance. It is a VG Plus at $8. All right. And on that note, so we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we'll do some more Brave and the Bolds. We'll talk about some Tomb of Draculas. We got a couple underground books up here, and we'll see what else I have in these boxes behind me and to the left. So enjoy the break, and we will see you on the other side.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rock and Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales. You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. but all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, comic culture and sales.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
Hello, welcome back. It is I, the father of nothing. Always here to entertain, frustrate, annoy, and confuse. So, welcome back. It's wonderful to have you all. I will truly miss you all when I'm gone. And I do not say that with a heavy heart. I say it with a broken heart. But let us not worry about that. Instead, let us worry about the nature of the comic books that we have up here right now for your enjoyment, for your whatever. All right. So let's see. Do we want to do a few more? Let's do a few more Brave and the Bolds. And then we'll talk about some Bronze Age Fantastic Four and a little bit of Tomb of Dracula. So let's first start up with some early Brave and the Bolds. This one here is issue number 87. That's a VG Plus at $13. That's Batman hanging out with Wonder Woman in her spy days, her sexy 60s mod outfit. And then we have up here, another early Phantom Stranger, but this one I think is a Neil Adams cover. Zanin can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. This was during that era of Brave and the Bold where Adams was at least doing covers, if not some interior art. This is issue number 89. It is a VG at $9. And then we have this is definitely Neil Adams, that's for sure. This is Batman and Adam Strange. This is issue number 90. That is it's a VG Plus at $10, and you only die once, that's for sure. And then we move on to is this Adams? I think this is still Adams. Zanin, is this still Adams? How long was that? Is okay? So Zanin has definitely. We got a couple. Okay, I got you, Preston. So 89 and 90. All right, I'll grab them for you in 1 second. Let me first show off this issue number 95, which I believe is another Neil Adams cover. That is a fine minus at $8. And it's Batman and the Question Mark, probably one of the greatest characters ever created during DC's Bronze Age period. I'm pretty sure in a couple years there's a movie in development. So if anyone is looking for the first appearance of the Question Mark, this is the book that you are looking for. And if you think I'm lying, you've never watched this show before. So fine minus $8. But Preston, you wanted 89 and 90, which I believe are these two. Yep, 89 and 90. I got you, buddy. There you go. All right, we got a nice little run of Brave and the Bold going on here. So next up, we move up to Batman and Sergeant Rock. This is issue number 96. It is a VG Plus at $7. And then we have Batman and Metamorpho, Brave and the Bold, issue 101. That is a VG at $6. And then we move on to issue number 103 with another Metal Men team up. So boom. That is a VG Plus at $7. Wait, Zanin, are you telling me that the question mark was not an original new character and instead it was Plastic Man in disguise? That can't be real. I mean, these are comic books we're talking about. They are very serious and they never, ever, ever pull the wool over your eyes. You always know everything you're going to get by what the cover says, and the cover said it's question mark. Man, Plastic Man. Yeah, right, Zanin. All right, Preston, I got you. 103. Boom. There you go. And then we have issue number... Did I cover up the issue? No, it's just very dark. 105. Again, mod era Wonder Woman. That is a good plus at $4. And then we have over here issue number 108. Batman and Sergeant Rock are back together again. That is a VG fine at $8. Now we're in the Jim Aparo era. In fact, where did I put my notes? Did I just lose my notes? I did. Oh, here they are. What issue is it? Where everyone's arguing over? Oh, issue number 98. That was it. Where is that one? Is it this one? No. Is it the Metamorpho? No. Okay, maybe 98 got. Oh, that guy bought it. Oh, okay. No. I actually think I think another one. But anyway, Brave and the Bold 98 is considered the first art on Batman by Jim Aparo. I just before the show started, someone grabbed it, so I didn't have it here. But Zanin, I got you, buddy. So you're grabbing. What was that? 105. 105. That's the Wonder Woman. All right. Zanin loves himself. Mod era Wonder Woman. All right. Oh, and this is Zanin's first, right? I think this is Zanin's first claim of the night, so it's time to... All right. Okay. Yeah, I know, Preston. Zanin, hello, spoilers. I mean, just because it was a book that came out in 1970 or 1969 or wherever.
No reason to read it now.
Yeah, I know. Zanin. All right, Zanin. I got you, my friend. There we go. There's the Zanin pile over there. All right. Next up, let's see. Did I miss anything else? We got some Aparo love. Zanin is apologetic. You should be, Zanin. So now we move on to... Oh, yeah, we did the Sergeant Rock. Oh, so now we get the very first meeting between Batman and the Demon, Etrigan. This is issue number 109. That is a VG minus at $5. That guy has some really bad eczema. Like, he should really get some cream for that. You know, see a doctor, buddy. Come on. Next up, we have Batman and Wildcat. This is issue number 110 of Brave and the Bold. Wildcat, is it Wildcat or Wildcats? The Goldie Hawn 80s movie where she becomes a coach of an inner city football team. Great movie, especially if you're a Goldie. It's probably Wildcats. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's Wildcats. Yeah. But anyway, great movie. If no one's ever seen the Goldie Hawn football movie from the 80s, Wildcats, I highly recommend it.
But it has nothing to do with this book.
And in fact, what is the movie? Oh, yeah. And if you want a nice double feature, watch that with Kurt Russell and Robin Williams football movie, Best of Times. Great movies. Wildcats and Best of Times. That's the double feature recommend from Fatjacks tonight. Watch yourself some Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell and Robin Williams in their peak 80s glory. Anyway, issue 110, VG, $6. Now we're back into the 100-page giants. Here we go. We got some Dead Man, some Silent Night, Wonder Woman, Batman, Batgirl, Teen Titans, A Killer Cult, Copperhead. I mean, everyone loves Copperhead, right? That is a VG minus at $8, and it is issue number 116. All right. There we go. And a couple more Brave and the Bolds. Boom. Private Benjamin. Yo, Private Benjamin is really good. I'm with you, Preston. I love Goldie Hawn. Overboard. Come on. Good stuff. All right. Issue number 117. This is a VG at $10. Not only do we get Batman, we get some Sergeant Rock, some Secret Six, Black Falcon, Green Arrow, Blackhawks, superheroes, Super Warriors. Okay. All right. That's cool. Did I say 117? Yeah, 117 VG, $10. And now we move on past the 100-page giants. Brave and the Bold 119, starring Man-Bat. That is a beautiful Jim Aparo cover. That is a VG plus at $5. And the last of the Brave and the Bolds for the moment. We got a couple more. Hopefully we'll get to before the end of the night. This is I guess another Jim Aparo cover. Almost looks a little Kubert-ish. But we get Batman and Kamandi. It is considered a giant, though. 120. The Secret Six and Plunder the Pentagon. I don't know why that was funny. Brave and the Bold, 120. A VG at $6. All right. Hold up. We got a claim here. Let's check this out. All right. Preston, you're grabbing 116. That's 119. I just want to find. I gotta get him in order. Where's 116? Can I see it? Wasn't that just here? Where did I put it? This is it, right? Okay, good. I found it. All right, Preston, there you go. And then Nick was grabbing the 119. That one there. And then Preston is also grabbing the 120. All right, there we go. I got you, fellas. There we go. Let's make Nick a card. All right. There we go. We got everybody. Everybody, rock your body. Of course, it was the first thing I thought of as I was starting to get into it. All right, so real quick, nothing too big. Wolverine #4 from the original limited series. Yes, it is a newsstand edition. Half the reason why it's up here is so I could at least make fun of Jason real quick, because I'm gonna miss certain recurring jokes, running gags, and the newsstand definitely is a big standout, but this is issue #4 from the Chris Claremont, Frank Miller miniseries that launched Wolverine as a solo star. This is a low grade copy of VG at $15. And now we're going to get into some Bronze Age Fantastic Four. So first up is the big key out of this brief little run that we have here. And that is first appearance of one of Galactus's, that's hard to say, Galactus. That's plural of Galactus. It's multiple Galactus. I'm trying to say Galactus as a possessive. Yeah. Anyway, one of his big heralds, Terax the Tamer. That is his first appearance. That is Fantastic Four issue number 211. This is a mid-grade copy at $25. Where's my drink? Oh, thank you. I get dry mouth. All this talking. It's real quick. because I only have so many of these left, so I just want to take a quick moment. The amount of months and months that I did this show while wearing a mask.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. 4 hours of nonstop talking while wearing a mask. I mean,
In those early days, it looked like you and Al were going to rob a bank.
What's that? Yeah.
Al wore it longer because Al was wearing one of the bandit masks for a while.
No, that's right. Like I read.
To hell with Al. To hell with him.
Well, no, I just reached a point where I was just being respectful because again, it was just like Al and I. And at one point, I turned. Oh yeah, of course you hate Al. Yeah, I saw you guys hugging and kissing on the way out. You know that last time. You know you were crying. Man, Jason was all like, "I'm gonna miss Al," and I was all like, "Get over it, son. You know, come on, life's rough. You're acting like you just lost your favorite dog." Is Galacti the plural of Galactus? On this show, we've decided yes.
That's a hard yes.
Hard yes over here for us. That's for sure. I miss Al too, Zanin. All right, moving on. We got Fantastic Four. Are these in order, or did I screw it up? I think I screwed it up. Yeah, I did. All right. First up, we get Fantastic Four 206. That is a fine plus at $5. It is also the first appearance of the Empress Raquel, which was the Skrull Queen, who during John Byrne's very amazing 80s Fantastic Four run, speaking of Galactus, he ate the Skrull homeworld, and the character who was introduced in this issue died. So here you go. You get to see her in the prime of her life before a big giant man in purple underwear showed up and ate her. Yep. Oh, Mr. McClain. All right. FF206 is going to you, my buddy. Yeah, where are you, Mr. McClain? There you go. I got you, bud. Boom. All right. And move on to issue number 208. This is a fine plus at $5, and we get the Sphinx, who is the big villain for Nova. Are there any notes to this stuff? Issue 208, for anyone who cares, is the first appearance of the Champions of Xandar. Sound like just bad Buck Rogers villains. Yeah. And now we have issue 209. Oh, this is a good one. All right. So it is a mid-grade copy at $7, but it is technically the first appearance of not only Herbie the Robot, but it is the first John Byrne art on the Fantastic Four. So this was, so he did a couple issues that are the ones that we have right here, where him and Joe Sinnott kind of did the art together. But this is the first time Byrne was on Fantastic Four. And we're about a year or two away from him taking over the book and again doing a wonderful, wonderful run on that title. So again, this is issue 209, mid-grade, $7. First appearance of Herbie the Robot, made famous by the Fantastic Four cartoon because everyone was afraid that children would see the Human Torch and light themselves on fire and jump off a roof. I mean, hello, it's called survival of the fittest. At that point, do you want those children to grow up to be adults?
No. And they mostly didn't.
These are the same kids who were putting on towels and jumping off roofs on the garages.
To be Superman? Yeah. Well, they didn't trade Superman for a robot, you know.
Well, they rode horses and then.
Oh, all right, 208. That is you. Actually, that reminds me. Does everyone remember the Thing cartoon where he had a ring? That's right. He had the ring where did he?
Ring, do your thing.
Thing, ring, do your thing. I feel like I'm on a. God, I feel like I'm on an bad acid trip. Didn't Kirby work on that show?
I hope not.
God, I hope so too. You're right about that. All right, Mr. McClain, I got you. Okay, so we got your 206 and your 208. Boom. All right, moving on. We got the Galacti are back. That is the great family of Galactus, the Galacti. This is issue number 210. It is a mid-grade copy at $7. All right. And now we have, start to lose track of all this. Where are we up to? Oh, here we go. 212. 212. The second appearance of Terrax the Tamer. Yay! This is a mid-grade copy at $10. And yep, you guessed it. That is Walt Simonson doing the cover. Also, this is still part of that whole John Byrne and Joe Sinnott doing the interior art where Galactus and the Sphinx fight. And they're big, large men who love to wear purple. And I don't think they've ever smiled. Has anyone ever seen Galactus smile? Anyone? Anyone? Nobody? If anyone could come up with an issue or a panel where Galactus actually smiles, I will give you a no prize. Yep, that's right. You'll get your own, the prestigious no prize. There we go. And now we move on to Old Man, Mr. Fantastic, issue number 213. This is also a mid-grade copy at $6. Thing ring, do your thing. I just cracks me up. And then we get issue 215 with Blastar, which is so if you add an extra A to the name, it makes him seem more alien. Such an interesting character design, Blastar. Man, Jack Kirby really loved those weird, not underwear, but kind of underwear. Like they have like hip panels. What was with that? The hip panels. Is that like an old Roman? I think that's like an old Roman, Greco-Roman kind of design, right? Yeah, where you get those like weird hip panels. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Mid-grade, $5. And then the last of the Fantastic Four is where a dude with a big head, a god walks Times Square. Oh, there's a joke there. Issue 216, that is a mid-grade copy at $4. Bloomers, there you go. All right, Bloomers.
You gotta remember those seats in the spaceships were very uncomfortable.
Good point. That is a very good point. You know, though I do love when like some people are like, "Oh, I'm the biggest Galactus fan of all time," and I'm like, "Oh, cool. Did you prefer it when he wore shorts?" And they were like, "What do you mean wore shorts?" And I was like, "Go back and reread his first appearance. He's got thigh-high boots and he's wearing shorts. Galactus literally could have been a stripper." Oh, he smiled in the What the series. Good point. I should have thrown out a disclaimer. No parodies or satires, but no, Fred got me. He got me. Look, you know Fred's engaged when he remembers What the. By the way, fun John Byrne parody series. I think Hilary Barta did some. What the was fun. That was like sort of in the late 80s, early 90s. Marvel tried to bring back the Not Brand Eck kind of series, but just called it What the instead of Not Brand Eck Volume 2, or I don't know why.
They weren't getting enough exposure in that.
Oh, there you go. Not enough exposure and mad. They should have got Sergio Aragonis to draw some Marvel comics. In fact, didn't he just draw a cover recently? Oh, where did I see that? Oh, yeah, the He-Man Masters of the Universe issue that just came out. There's a cover where Skeletor and Tila, or whatever her name is, are playing chess, and Sergio Aragonis drew at the cover. It was pretty cool.
Did you
Yeah, I
read
know.
that story?
Jason, Kyle is trying to speak. Please be quiet. Yes, Kyle?
Did you read that story?
No. Did you?
He wrote a whole. There's 2 stories in that book, or 3 stories. There's like a framing story that's the beginning and the end. Then there's a first story is done by one artist. Second story is done by Sergio Aragonis.
Oh, so we
it's
actually
what
did an
would
interior
happen if-
story in there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
what would happen if Gru got the power of Castle Grayskull.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Yo, Jason, grab me a cup. No, are you telling me it's really Gru?
No, it's he's drawing Prince. What's his name?
Prince Adam.
Yeah, from the Four Non-Blondes video, and then but it's kind of his style and his humor. It's as if he had come up with the idea.
Okay, all right. Though I got to be honest, now that you've put the thought in my head, I want Gru stumbles into Eternia and gets the Sword of Grayskull.
You know,
All right, I'm
you
just
would
saying.
Skeletor.
Hey, everybody who's watching right now, let's all take a moment at the end of the show when you have like like 5 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and just slowly just throw it out into the universe how badly we need Gru gets the Sword of Eternia. All right, the universe needs to give it back to us, is what I gotta say. Well, yeah, Referto.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello. Does he gonna get a battle cat? But instead of a cat, he's a scaredy cat. He has a really courageous, brave dog. Yeah. It's a good question. Hey, if anyone's an artist out there, Referto as Battle Dog. Yeah. I love that stuff too, Fred. That what the stuff was fun. In a weird way, it was almost like John Byrne was mad that he never was on the Not Brand Eck books. So he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna do my own thing." And sometimes people wonder why.
That could be funny too.
Has anyone ever seen the drawings of John Byrne, The Living Planet? No. Ego, The Living Planet, because certain people in the industry were very put off by John Byrne's, let's call it arrogance. And so at one point, people started to draw him into comics or in the background as John Byrne, The Living Planet, Ego, The Living Planet. Boom, boom. All right, so moving on. All right, let's do some Dracula. So first up, we have giant size Spider-Man and Dracula. This is a VG minus copy at $18. All right, and then we get some Tomb of Draculas. First up. All right, what do we got here? Full Moon Thriller. Be patient, men. Within moments, that vampire will walk right into our trap. Okay, first of all, you should know that he can fly. That's first. Like, you know he's Dracula, right? I mean, they literally say, oh, no, a vampire. They know he's a vampire. Dude, he probably is going to fly. He's not going to walk in. What a bunch of dummies. But anyway, this is Tomb of Dracula number 34. This is a low-grade copy at $4.50. And then we have Dracula doing his best impersonation of Amazing Fantasy 15. Instead of a web, he can fly. But that woman does... That's like Fay Ray there. She is not happy about being nabbed. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta step back for a second. It looks like we got a claim that I didn't notice. So, Mr. McClaim, you grab the rest of the FFs. We're claiming remaining FFs. There you go. I got it. All right. So, boom, boom, boom. That is this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Is that all of them? Oh, John, do you want the first appearance of Terax as well? That's the one that's a little pricier. It's $25. But let me know just in case. But give me a heads up. Mr. McLean's got some books, so I gotta make sure to separate his from the rest of the crew. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this off the side just in case. Just in case, so I don't lose track. All right, so Zanen's coming in. Spider-Man Dracula team up is a bonkers story. They never really meet Dracula as more of a behind-the-scenes character. All right, so Zanen is giving his big bonkers thumbs up to giant-size Spider-Man and Dracula. All right. Yo, in all honesty, like, this is a VG minus, still $18. I was shocked at how valuable this book is. Just sometimes I do get like kind of surprised when you're like, you're doing the research and you're looking stuff up and you're looking what's going on with the market and everything. And then you stumble upon a book and you're going, really? That much? All right. Maybe somebody knows something I don't know. All right, so Mr. McClaim, I got you, buddy. It's yours. All right. Good fun.
Brendon,
Yes, Dave.
you know what you were saying before about the first time outside of your normal appearances?
Correct.
Spider-Man first time with Dracula.
Oh, okay. So this is so Spider-Man and Dracula meet up for the very first time.
Very likely.
Okay, what does everyone think a first date between Spider-Man and Dracula would be like? First of all, where would they go to eat, or would they go to eat? Like movie? Do they walk around Central Park? You know, what kind of things do you think they talk about?
I'm assuming, yes, Dracula has to be invited.
Well, hold on real quick. Sorry. We have business to deal with. We got TJ James in the chat. So, Mr. James, so the Brave and the Bolds that we have up there, they're all like different prices. So let's go through them real quick. This is 87 VG plus $13. This is 95. That has a fine minus at $8. And then we have 96 VG plus at $7. And then we have issue number 101. That's a VG at $6. And 108. That is a VG fine, like it falls into that kind of like area. That's $8. And then we have 109 VG minus at $5. And issue 110, that's a VG at $6. And the last of 100-page giants that we have left, that is 117 VG, $10. All right. So we took care of that. Took care of the FF, Spider-Man and Dracula. Actually take a boat cruise on the Atlantic. Okay. Now, Zanin, real quick. Did you make that up, or is that what actually happens in the book that we were just talking about? Because sometimes I think Zanin is like, you know, he's just letting his imagination run wild and he's coming up with crazy stuff. And I'm like, Zanin, that's so goofy and funny. And then there's a long pause and Zanin goes, no, that's what happened in the book. And I go, oh, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. Comics. Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for the movie Don't Suck, starring Jamie Kennedy? I'm out. No, I definitely didn't see it.
All right, so this trailer, Jamie Kennedy is playing Jamie Kennedy, basically.
Okay.
And Matt Rife is playing a vampire who wants to do stand-up.
Okay.
And Jamie Kennedy has to teach the vampire how to do stand-up. And in the meantime, the vampire kills and drinks the blood of all of Jamie Kennedy's enemies while they work towards opening for Russell Peters.
Russell Peters.
Russell Peters.
God, really?
Yes.
That's
I don't know.
Crazy.
Wait.
Worst
movie ever made.
We have a gentleman. All right, John. I apologize. I don't want to butcher your last name, but you're claiming the giant-sized Dracula. It's the Spider-Man in Dracula, by the way, just for the sake of semantics. If this is your first time with us, if you are here in the Philadelphia area, you can pick the books up here in our Center City shop or over in our Jersey shop. But if you're outside the area and we need to ship it to you, the best way is give us your shipping and contact information on our email, which is fjccshow@gmail.com. And Henry and Mike will take care of that. You also want the rest of the Tomb of Draculas? All right, buddy. So let's first. So we have Tomb of Dracula number 34, number 36. That's $6. Number 55. That's a VG plus. It's $7. And the last one is where Dracula fights a dude who I think ends up being his son or something weird. Isn't that like what happens? It doesn't matter. It's issue 63. It's a VG plus at $7. All right. So there we go. So we got the Draculas. CBCS slab again. Hold on. All right. The CBCS. That's this one here. Oh, okay. So, Mr. Bishop, this is the X-Men number 4, first appearance of Omega Red. It's an 8.5, and it's $50. All right. So first, let me make up my new card here for a new gentleman. That email is it's running on the Chiron down here. So it's coming by right there. fjccshow@gmail.com. All right, and let me make sure that I write your name correctly, so I do not look like a big old dum-dum. All right. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, Mr. Bishop, you're going to grab the X-Men slab as well. All right. There you go, bud. That's yours. Okay. All right. Again, I don't want to make this person's business public or anything, but I want to thank the wonderful, wonderful human being who allowed me the opportunity to show off and sell those beautiful slabbed books. Thank you, as always. It is my appreciation towards all of you will truly never be able to be communicated properly because I am a man of very few words, and I'm a big old broken dummy. All right, real quick, for anyone who loves Todd McFarlane, early Todd McFarlane stuff, even when it shows up in a comics interview magazine, it will go up in value. And this one is no different. Here we have Comics Interview, issue number 81. This is a $25 book. All right, there we go. Yo, Mr. Towers, what's up? But it looks like we got a claim. All right. So, Preston, you're coming in to grab that Shazam number 28. That is our first appearance of Black Adam in DC Comics. That is a VG. It's $60. I'm going to put it aside for you, but if you change your mind or anything, just let me know. Where's Preston? Oh, here's Preston. Right? It was Preston? Right? Yeah, okay. All these names coming at me. All right. So, didn't someone buy the rest of the Brave and the Bolds? Someone asked about it. So, let me just make sure. Let me go back real fast. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Towers coming in. Going to grab himself. That is a gentleman who loves himself some McFarlane. All right. Mr. Towers. Okay, there we go. All right. But let me double check because I'm pretty sure those Brave and the Bolds. Someone was asking about their price, but I don't believe they were actually claimed. So I apologize, everyone. Just give me one moment just to double check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, the last time a TJ James asked what the price for all the B&Bs on the rack were. And I don't believe anything has come up since. So if there's anyone out there and you did claim them and it didn't show up on the chat, so just let us know and we will figure it all out. All right, cool. All right, looks like we're all figured out. All right, there we go. Kyle, 6:30. That's our next break.
Yeah, about.
Okay, so first up, we have 2 underground comics to show off real fast. Hup by the infamous Robert Crumb, my boy Crumb. This is issue number 4. There was only 4 issues of this entire series, even though it took about 15 years for all 4 issues to come out. This is a first print of Hup number 4. It is a very fine copy at $20. And then an artist who I love immensely and who is name checked one time in one of the greatest Beastie Boys songs of all time is none other than Vaughn Bodie. This was his series called Junk Waffle, which was sort of Vaughn Bodie's own anthology series that allowed him to sort of collect a bunch of his work that had either been in other kind of like zines or other underground comics and stuff like that. Junk Waffle was pretty much him being able to sort of pull all of his different stories and art all together under one title. And so there you go. Junk Waffle number 4, which is actually the final issue of Junk Waffle. Also, it was oversized. He decided to change the size for some reason, which again, he was an interesting dude. But this is a first print. It is a very fine at $20. And please, please, please do not try to figure out what's going on this cover. Okay? Just saying. Just saying. All right. So boom, boom, boom. Let me just check in. Mr. Towers. So it is Wolverine number 4 from the Chris Claremont, Frank Miller miniseries, the original miniseries that came out right before Wolverine got his own ongoing series. This was the final issue, obviously, of the four-issue series. It is a low-grade copy. It is a VG at $15. But the one thing you might get a kick out of, it is a newsstand copy, which allows all of us to mock Jason immensely for his weird fetish towards newsstands. I don't know, man. You get really excited whenever newsstands come up. I mean, your face lights up as if something exciting is about to happen. Oh, it's a heavy desire. Gotcha. All right. Is it a VF, Mr. Towers? It is not a VF. It's a VG. If it was a VF, it'd be like a $40, $50 book. Oh, all right. Mr. Towers is not only giving a shout out to Jason, but he's claiming it. Boom. That's yours, buddy.
I still hate you.
All right. So how about this, Kyle? I have done everything that's up here right now. So let us take our second to last break of the evening, and that'll give me an opportunity to put out some more books. Hey, Mr. Bishop said that it is a good fetish to have, so that's saying something. It's unlike that other fetish I could tell everybody about that Jason has, but you know, that's for Fatjacks After Dark. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, Kyle, if you're up for it, let's do a break now, and I'm going to refill the rack. All right. Here we go.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting. Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
What's up? It's the word man, Gary Lime. That's Dave Proch. You're checking out Fatjack's Comicrypt on the Experience now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. All right, I'm just real quickly checking in with the chat real fast because I was, refilling the rack. All right. Claim it. Shout out to Jason. If no one else claims Junk Waffle by the end of the show, I'll claim it. All right. I'll keep that in mind. I apologize. Just checking, making sure I don't miss anything. And it looks like, okay, cool. There we go. All right. So moving on to some more comics. So next up, now again, if you see a couple books up here and you get super excited about like some of these Machine Mans and stuff like that, I'm going to give you fair warning. They all tend a little bit towards the low grade. So a lot of these books up here are more like filling out holes, reader copies. You always wanted the issue, but you didn't feel like spending $20, $30, $40. So this is the segment for you. All right, so first up, we have 2001 A Space Odyssey by Jack Kirby. This is issue number 10. Don't get excited. It's not issue number 8. Issue 8, 9, first appearance of Machine Man, pretty much is what I'm saying. This is not his first appearance. It is his, third appearance. Anyway, this issue number 10 of 2001 is a VG minus at $4. Yeah, but it's in the era where it doesn't matter as much. 1977. Yeah, don't get excited, okay? Yeah. You see Mike over there, steam coming out of his ears? Yeah, relax, buddy. All right, next up. So Machine Man then flows into one of the late final series that Jack Kirby did with Marvel Comics, and that is Machine Man's first, and as far as I'm aware, only ongoing series. No, actually, I think there was a second ongoing series from the late 90s called X-51.
Ongoing and haven't made a book since the 90s?
It's still a second ongoing. I can't say it's the only ongoing. And then somebody in the chat goes, well, actually, in 1997 or 1998, they released 9 issues of X-51. Anyway, I'm holding this up like a jamoke, okay? Issue number 1, it's a good copy at $4. And then, hey, man, and then we have Machine Man number 2. That is a VG at $4, where pretty much they stole the idea for Inspector Gadget, because I'm pretty sure that bike Machine Man is riding came out of his butt. So there you go. And now, so once Kirby left the Machine Man book, Steve Ditko took over for a little bit. And that's where we get issue number 14. This is a good copy at only $2. Yep, $2. Primarily because somebody put a sticker on it. The bookshop, cash only, the trade lender. Why do you put stickers? I mean, stickers on the book. Come on, man. I mean, it was bad enough when they would use the wax crayons to write the new prices and stuff on it. It's ridiculous. And yes, Reef the Sea Forever, probably the best next to the Kirby, the best Machine Man series was a limited series from the 80s by Barry Windsor Smith, where you also get the introduction to Arlo Stark, the Iron Man of 2020. All right, look at us knowing things. All right. Yo, Preston, Vaughn Bodie, the man. I love that dude. All right. So we did okay, and then we have a Superman book. All right, this is Superman issue 300, where he goes into the future. You ready for this? The far off year of 2001. What? First of all, yo, Soups, you could have warned us of a lot of things.
There's a lot going on. You could have turned back.
2001 was a big year. Just saying, Superman. Anyway.
Did you mention anything about that?
Nope, nothing. He was too concerned about oh, my parents left me. Boo hoo hoo.
A lot of parents were left that year.
Yo, okay. Mr. McClaim. All right. He has taken this book specifically as a challenge to see if he can get the sticker off the cover. And I want to know if you were successful or not. Boom. Some people are really good at it, though. Like, really good. Like, I've seen people do things where I'm like, that's going to destroy the book. And then, like, 20 minutes later, they're like, what do you think now? And I'm like, I'm just a dumb man who doesn't know how science works. Anyway, Superman 300 VG minus at $8. $8. All right. And now let us do some Thors. All right, some Bronze Age Thor. Oh wait, hold on. We got some Herb Trimp, Aaron Smith, Clay Machine Man. Oh, got that. Boom. Okay, all right, I'm caught up. So let's do some Thors. Do I have any notes on these Thors? I already lost my. Okay, let me just double check my Thors. Nope. So that says a lot. All right. So first up, we have Thor 237, Night of the Troll. There you go. It's a nice little fun one. What is this? VG Plus at $5. And then we have God of Thunder versus the Servitor. The Servitor, the stupidest transformer of all time. Issue 245. That is a VG at $5. And then we have Hela coming back, Thor 251. Ooh, it's a newsstand, but I think this is 70s. Still doesn't count. Still doesn't count. VG Plus at $5. And we got Thor 256, where they fight Lovecraft's monster, the monstrous Spore, with 2 R's. There you go. You know it's an alien when it has double consonants. VG Plus at $5. And then we have Thor 261 in the Shadow of the Doomsday Star. That is a VG Plus at $5. Oh, wait, we got a claim. Hold on. All right. So that's Superman 300. Did I forget? Jason, Nick has already claimed Superman 300. So you are shite out of luck, as they say. Nowhere but here.
No, England, they say that. England.
Oh, wait, Nick. I mean, Jason, we have our very first. Nick is willing to surrender the book to you. Are you going to take him up on it? He wouldn't offer if he wasn't willing. All right, then boom. So, Jason, you're now getting issue 300. All right. This is a light week for you, Jason. All right. Next up. Thor 266. Thor and Loki wrestle with their creepy uncle. That's
manly wrestle?
That's a creepy uncle hand. Yeah, that's a creepy uncle hand. It's okay. Nay, if evil touches us, we are doomed.
Yes. Let me touch you.
Comics are awkward. Unhand me, brother. I must reach the destroyer. BG $4. All right. And now we get boom here. Okay, does anyone remember why a facsimile edition of this issue was released? What makes it key? Because so it's a Thor 229. Now this is this is a low grade at $5. But does anyone remember why they made a facsimile edition out of it? I mean, because they don't do that just for the first appearance of Thunderstrike. Shayna, good for you. All right, good. I'm all caught up with everything. You let me know, Jason, while I move on to Thor 230, where Thor and Hercules team up to fight alligators in the sewer, just like your uncle warned you happens all the time. Good plus at $3. Good.
So it's advertisement for Hulk 181.
Timeout. So Marvel,
It's a first appearance, technically.
so Marvel a few months ago released a facsimile edition of Thor 229, which, as anyone who isn't aware of how the facsimile editions work, they're not like normal reprints. They reprint all of the letter pages and all of the original ads.
Correct.
So the reason they created a facsimile edition is so they could reprint a house ad
Yes.
that promotes the first appearance of Wolverine.
And the weird thing is, Daredevil also had that advertisement. There's Daredevil.
I'll never understand it.
115.
I'll never understand it. Daredevil 115. Okay.
There's one with Samurai on it.
Well, don't worry, because we have here Thor 233 when the world war between Asgard and Earth finally, I don't know, show up in Toronto. I mean, you think that looks like New York? Come on. It's too clean. Anyway, that's a VG plus of $7. All right. And we have two spectacular Spider-Mans. First up is, oh, sorry, Jason, still 1977. The newsstand doesn't count. Doesn't count. Spectacular Spider-Man number 7. Dave Cockrum and Al Milgrom do a beautiful cover of Morbius and Spider-Man swinging, not Vixen, even though she sure looks like Vixen, right? That outfit. Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, okay. So Jason's headcanon has now decided that Vixen is on the cover of
Just like we said before, the interior doesn't match the cover all the time.
VG minus $6.
Maybe it's Vixen, and they were like, we can't have Vixen for this.
Okay, I know a few people come and watch this show for one particular reason, and that reason is, what is the goofiest first appearance that they're going to pull out of their behinds? Well, don't worry, folks. I got it. Spectacular Spider-Man number 3. It's a VG at $7. But more importantly, you get the first appearance of Lightmaster.
No way.
I know, right? It's so exciting.
Any Master Sound?
No. He's a master of light.
Light. Oh.
Yeah, because if he was a master of sound, they would have called him Sound Master. Yeah. See. Now you're starting to understand how this works. Yes, you're getting it. Gosh, what would I do without you around, Jason?
I'm learning.
Hey, that's what I always tell people. This is a learning experience. Every time you tune in, it's to learn.
It's just a learning experience.
All right. I wasn't aware that this existed until 2 days ago when I found it and went, that's an interesting cover. I don't remember that. And I found out that it's a variant that you don't see very often. In fact, I've never seen it before. So that is Uncanny X-Men 342. All right. It's during the Joe Madureira run of X-Men, all that kind of stuff. So what the normal cover, for anyone who's familiar with this series and you're like, I don't recognize that cover, this issue's regular cover was the one where Joseph, don't call me Magneto, was floating on an asteroid looking really mad in space. But then there's this variant cover that I just was not aware of, but it has value because it was a strange period where every now and again Marvel would just do a random variant. So this is a high-grade copy of Uncanny X-Men 342 with Rogue showing off her behind, and it's only $15.
That is quite a weird stain.
Yeah. But it's also called Rogue Squadron. Get it? Any Star Wars fans out there? No? Okay. All right. Prisms are his enemy. Shayna, love you, girl. Love you. Man, you should have been watching more often, Shayna. We gotta have a real rapport here, you know. I'll tell you this, it's better than Jason going, who's Lightmaster? Or wait, who's the Ninja Turtles? Speaking of which,
Nice segue.
Archie Comics in the late 80s and early 90s was the licensing. They had the license to create a comic book of the Teenage Ninja Turtles based off of the actual cartoon, not the black and white comics. And we have 2 issues here. This is issue number 63. It's a fast-paced action in the 21st century. So I'm pretty sure this issue takes place in 2003, right around the time I was doing, let's call it shady stuff. This is, issue 63, part 2 of 5 of Cyber Samurai. Does anyone remember the Cyber Samurai story? Of course. Yeah, of course we all did. Come on, stop it, man. So this is, issue 63. It is a fine minus at $5. And just so we're clear, if you're sitting and you know for a fact you have a small box with all of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adventures from Archie Comics, I would relook at them, because boy, do they have value now. I mean, not just issue 1, I get that, but because they were low print run, some of them were low print runs. They were children's comics, and if I've learned anything about comics specifically for children, they weren't made to last, and it's hard to find very high grade copies of them because they were children's comics. They were destroyed. If they were anything like my brother, you might have used it for toilet paper because you were too lazy to get up and go get a roll. Anyway, I know it happens. I hope you're not watching, Colin. So here we have the Moon Eyes saga. All right. So now we got. Do you think the Turtles are fighting the werewolves from London? Is that what's going on? You think Walter Zevon is right behind the cover? He's all like, yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, shady stuff. Trust me. So issue 67, this is a very fine at $8. $8. All right. And now we move on to, actually, before we get there, because we're kind of in the 90s at the moment, let's show off. Marvel had this great idea, and that was, how can we attract people? You know, the shelves are full with all of these comic books, and it's all these complicated covers, and all of these colors all vying for your attention. How can we grab people's attention? I know. Let's print complete black velvet covers. No, they're not real velvet, but they sure look like black velvet. And that is part of the Midnight Massacre crossover tie-in story between all of the Midnight Suns books that were going on at that time. That includes Ghost Rider, Spirits of Vengeance, Nightwatch, Darkhold, Morbius. And they all got these gorgeous, I hope the glare isn't too bad, because it's just black covers with a little gold ink for the title. This is Spirits of Vengeance number 13. That is a very fine plus at $5. And then we have Ghost Rider number 40. That is a very fine plus at $5. And the thing, yes, Preston, you are correct. Black velvet should never be used except for Elvis paintings.
Blue velvet, it should just be print.
Oh, that's actually a good point. Guess who's going to see Blue Velvet in a 4K restoration? Yes. I think Valentine's Day is a terrible holiday, but this past Valentine's Day, I actually got the best Valentine's Day present I've ever received. I received a membership to the Philadelphia Film Society. Yep. And right now they're in the process of doing all 100 Sight and Sound's greatest 100 films of all time. And one of them is, Duke, I got you. I'm sorry, Mr. Towers, I got you. Ghost Rider 40. But yeah, so Blue Velvet is part of that list, and they recently put out a 4K restoration of it. So I'm excited. By the way, that reminds me, because Angela only wants to go to so many movies, and yet I get a lot of free tickets and stuff like that being a part of this. So get ready to be dragged to go see Fitzcarraldo or Grizzly Man or Modern Times. You want to go see a Charlie Chaplin movie?
Why would somebody want to do Charlie Chaplin?
You'd be surprised at how many people don't want to see good things. Paintings of Panthers. You are right, Gary. In fact, we're on to something here, folks. Buster Keaton, yeah.
That's a movie I want to see. Buster Keaton movie?
You mean? Oh, okay. Because I was saying, do you think there's a movie called Buster Keaton?
No,
All right. You've never seen a Buster Keaton movie?
Not like an actual full movie. I've seen clips.
Really?
I've actually seen the,
All right. Ooh, Gary, thank you very much for the encouragement, because I'm hoping it's the 4K, because some of those 4K restorations, I'm like, now it looks fake. Now the movie like looks fake, but some of them are gorgeous, like the Casablanca 4K. Beautiful. All right. Okay, real quick, because we're running out of time. So I have a bunch of Simpsons comics. So I'm pretty sure all of them are mid grades at $3. So let's go through them real fast. Oh, not this one, though. This is an early one. This is issue number 9. It's a very fine minus at $5. But what also makes it cool is it's a flip book with Barney Gumble. So you get an issue with The Simpsons, and on the back, you get a Barney Gumble solo story. And then there we go. I knew it was coming. Issue number 12, mid-grade, $3. Issue number 14, mid-grade, $3. Issue number 15, mid-grade, $3. Number 16, mid-grade, $3. Number 17, it's a mid at $3. Number 18, a mid at $3. Number 19, you know the grade and the price. Trust me. Number 20, I bet you can't guess what that's an homage to. Issue 21.
know what?
Groundskeeper Willie fighting a bear. That's my idea of a good time. Number 23. Here we go. We got issue 24. And issue 25, Marge Mania. All right, cool beans. Oh, that one's actually a fine plus at $4. And the last 4 we have up here is these are all okay. So all 4 of these are fine pluses at $4. So it looks like the later on the books weren't read as much. I don't know. Issue 26, issue 27. That's a great cover. Issue 30. Are they booing me? No, they're saying boo earns. Boo earns. Up. And Maggie's arch nemesis, the Unibaby. Oh, wait. Shayna. All right. We're okay. Hold on. We got a claim. She's grabbing the Barney Gumble flip book. All right, Shayna. I got you. There you go. All right. The sound was very good too, Gary. Oh, that's good. And in fact, actually, when it comes to the 4K restorations, I'm finding that the one area where you really do notice a difference is the sound remasters. They're quite, but again, like the restorations seem to be better, I think, for some of the black and white films because they didn't rely on like any CGI. Because I got to tell you, if the movie has a lot of CGI in it and they do a 4K restoration, it looks like you're watching a cartoon. Like, I'm just like, all right, the suspension of disbelief is just shattered and just bleeding away into nothingness. Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, so with that note, okay, so I guess we've come to the end of tonight's show. So I guess you and I got 2 more of these, and then we pass the baton, we pass the torch. Yeah, or maybe we get kicked off even before next week or the week before that, or you never know. You never know. But either way, it's been an absolute blast hanging out with everybody tonight. I really appreciate all of your time. For everyone who claimed some books, thank you so much. Again, I will reiterate: if you're a Philly customer, your books will be back here on hold for you. If you need us, we'll send them over to Jersey for you to pick them up there. Or if you were somebody who was purchased from outside the area and need us to ship the books, again, contact us at fjccshow@gmail.com. and Henry or Mike or somebody will get back to you, and we'll figure out where we go. We don't have any details yet at what happens after this weirdo leaves, but you know, as soon as we know, you'll know. So I guess with that said, you know, did anyone need to plug anything? No. Is the half off sale still going? All right, till the end of the month. Okay. So the news. So the 50% off sale here at the Fatjack Center City shop and the one over in Jersey, it will be continuing until the end of the month, which is in 1 week, 2 weeks. It's close. We're getting close, folks. So if you've been putting off filling some holes, get down to Oakland or Center City, Philly as soon as possible and get those half off back issues. Yeah. Oh, but just so we're clear, none of the books that were on tonight are half off. These are all from a recently acquired collection. So they're new to us, so they're new to you, and so they are as priced. I guess, yeah. All right. I guess we're done for the night. So we'll see you next week. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful week. Yeah. Peace.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.